Hi, this is Mohamed Siddique, and I'm pursuing my executive MBA with IIM Trichy. As a part of my Indian economy coursework, I've been asked to upload a video on challenges that Indian economy faces right now. The topic that I have chosen is India's demographic dividend and the crossroads that we are right now present in. Is it a promise or a peril? So, thank you for listening. So, the fundamental question that we'll have to ask is for decades, we have been saying, what is so special about India? India's most special aspect has been our people. And right now, we are the most populous country on earth. Not only that, we are the most populous with the most young population, largest youth population. So we have a demographic dividend, which is a gift. This is a promise of young and dynamic workforce who are poised to fuel our country's growth in the next several decades. But I would like to stand before you and discuss. I would like to discuss with you. Are we really making use of this, and what we should be doing for that? This growth is not guaranteed. It depends on our actions, and it is not an automatic windfall. We should know that. It is a responsibility that we should be able to meet, failing which this is could be a disaster in making also. So, sorry. What does the data tell us? The data tells us that we have a population with unemployment of 24.7 percentage. We have female participation of only 32.8 percentage, and this demographic dividend is going to be available for us only till 2041 is where we're going to peak, and after that we're going to be losing our advantage. So what is this demographic dividend first? So demographic dividend means we are right now, we do have a higher working population. So young population who are able to actively contribute to the Indian economy. In that way, they contribute for their own livelihood, they contribute to our economy and increase per capita GDP. The other side is that the dependent population ratio is less, and it is going to be going on. It is going to go on being less till 2041. So, this is a great opportunity for India to become an economic powerhouse. So that's what the world is looking up to India. But what does the data tell us? The story that the data tell us. We're having a high unemployment rate of 25.7 percentage. So why do we have this? There are a couple of reasons for this. The major reason is we do have legacy issues. We have had a colonial history. After that, we have had a mixed economy, more tilted towards socialism. These are legacy issues, which after 1991 we have been able to correct it. Our LPG reforms, liberalization, globalization, and privatization has helped us overcome them. But we have leapfrogged into a service-based industry from an agriculture-based industry. What this has done is this has bought us a lot of growth, what is a lot of wealth, but it has inherently brought a lot of issues along with it also. So we presently are a service-based economy where most of our uh, employment is more focused towards the cities, the urban centers. If you look at India as a whole, our south is doing economically far better than other states. There have been certain states that have been dragging us down. They have their own political and legacy issues. You have parts of Uttar Pradesh, parts of Bihar, and Odisha, which have not been able to grow as good as other southern states. They are working on it, and there are legacy issues for that. So, how do we solve that problem? How do we get this workforce to the rural population? We leapfrogged the manufacturing sector. So, how manufacturing sector per se brings more employment opportunities. It is more, employment intensive sector. But we have leapfrogged it, and parallelly to our growth, China has been able to bring about a manufacturing boom, and so we had to transfer to a service-based economy. So that has been an issue. What has been another issue that we have been facing? According to the latest periodic labor force survey, the overall unemployment rate has shown a slight decline, but the female population, that is alarmingly, has a very less labor participation in our in our employment workforce. So this also is an issue. States like Tamil Nadu, states like Kerala have been doing well in this index. They have been leading female participation in the labor workforce. But again, we have not been able to replicate this across India. There are a lot of societal reasons for that, there are a lot of political reasons for that. It is important that we are able to overcome that too, because we can't afford to have 50% of our population not participating in our workforce simply because of the gender that they were born into. There has to be a mindset change, there has to be a skill set change, which are able to skill them, especially females in our workforce. Our working environment has to be tuned for that. It is happening, but are we doing it quicker? Are we doing it at the pace that we want to, or we have to? Remember, we peak demographic dividend in the year of 2041, and it's important that we're able to achieve as much as possible and be ready for that before that. So, why did this happen? There are legacy issues, as I said, but we are correcting that. So, we will be discussing on what we have been doing. Along with this, an interrelated story is other issues that the Indian economy has been facing. I would like to mainly contribute, talk about a stagflation that we have been having after COVID. So after COVID, not just us, US is going through stagflation, the world economy. This has been an issue, a legacy issue of COVID, and we are addressing that. But India specific, we have a lot of mistrust in the data that the government has been publishing. There's been Indian economists or foreign economists who have been very critical on the data that India has been publishing, the frequent changes in baselines, base years, and this credibility has to be sorted if we are going to be looking seriously uh, at what can be done to enhance our economy. Another factor is even today, Indian economy is more dependent on government investments. The private sector has been very laggard in investing in India. This has to be addressed. This is being addressed right now. We'll talk about that. But this is a very important another issue that Indian economy is facing right now. So, what are the what is the path forward? What are we going to do? What is being done already? First and foremost, we'll have to invest in our human capital. So we'll have to skill our population. So we have been educating our youth, but it has been only a degree granting education. We need more skill based education. We need more vocational skill based education. And we have been doing that with schemes like Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kausalya Yojana, where we have been empowering our rural youth. So this has been done already. 1.34 crores or 37 crores of young Indians have been trained. So we'll have to create a lot of jobs. And one way to create a lot of jobs is try and bring back the manufacturing sector. It is important that we are able to contribute, we are able to, expand that sector also, because manufacturing is more employment intensive, workforce intensive, and for that, the government has been encouraging PLI schemes, the performance incentive, your linked schemes. So that's been production linked intensive incentive schemes, where private companies are encouraged to get into manufacturing. So Make in India, Make for India, Startup India, all this have been part of this schemes. So that is one important factor that we should be doing. Another very important thing that we should be doing is unlocking the potential of the female participation, female population. We should be able to increase the female participation in our workforce. We simply cannot afford to have 50% of our population being not encouraged or to participate in the workforce just because of the gender that they've been born into. We'll have to remove the economic barriers, societal barriers, to impart proper skills to them, encourage them to come out and participate in the workforce, incentivize companies to employ more females. So that is one way. We'll have to remove the glass ceiling, remove the barriers. Data integrity is a problem that we have talked about. Indian government should look at it, with seriousness. We need more proper data. Hopefully, census will be taken shortly, and after that, we'll have more data at our hand to have specific points to work at. So, what am I trying to say? The future of India is not a foregone conclusion. The promise of our demographic dividend is real, but so is the peril of it turning into a demographic disaster. if you're not able to, use this opportunity, it could work the other way around. We could have a disgruntled young population leading to social unrest, political unrest. So the decisions that we take today are going to determine where we are going to stand in the next 50 to 10 years. A race to invest in our youth, create opportunities, and build a nation that is not only the most populous, but also the most prosperous. Thank you. Hopefully, we're able to work on this. Truly, take all the advantages of our demographic dividend and truly be an Amrit Kal. Thank you. Thank you for listening.